Alright guys, I'm just gonna close this down. Okay, so back to it. I was on the couch before. I don't think I'll be uploading those videos. It was getting a little bit too comfortable, to be honest. So, and the TV was there. I wasn't, sort of losing concentration a little bit. So I've got a few screens here just up in the other monitor that I'm going to go through. We're at 461 and it goes to 478. So want to get that done. I've got the 23-inch Samsung monitor, nothing special, not a 4K or anything like that, just 1080. And it's Saturday night. It's just past 7:30 in the evening. What I like to do is go through like a bundle of the trades that I've done on Backtester and really see, what's working, what's not, what sort of bad habits that I've got. I really treat the backtesting pretty seriously as well. And then you carry that on to either, ideally demo and then live trading. So because you've live traded a system before, small, and you've got very good discipline, I'll just probably just take this straight to a small live account, to be honest. But if you're going to trade it before, I wouldn't really recommend that. I would say go to the demo because the real markets is considerably different than just hitting the space bar as well. And I have my dog in the background there as well, so hopefully not too much noise. So this right here was a buy trade, and it was only for 189, so it was actually moving not too badly, but it only moved 129 pips, which is a little bit actually. So I'm intrigued by this. So what I will do is I'll open it on the other feature because I like to edit it on photo. There it is. That's alright. I got the mouse. I didn't have the mouse. I just had the little touchpad feature on the laptop, so that's, obviously not ideal. So we'll just highlight that there. I'll actually just set there's no confusion. Alright, so entry was there. That's a good entry. That's a good entry. There is risky. Where it just breaks through the zone. And the zone is called that because it's not an exact point, but it did actually fade down. Stop would have been down here. So again, I've seen that a few times where I just survive. So it's a good little teaching point to people closing trade that early. Or if you don't have a stop, you close out too early, which is fine if you're trading the lower time frames. But even on the hourly, there's ebbs and flows, and it can be pretty dramatic. But then it will just continue going on. So that's why you have a little bit of patience. But if it does hit the stop, you don't just get back in and you get undisciplined with it. So I'm gonna tick that. I'm gonna save it up. Save it up, girl. Save it up. No. Come on, man. It's being difficult. No. I just want to have a good time. Okay, so it's been a little while. I normally do this every weekend. I haven't for the past few weeks, and I didn't actually backtest for a little while. And I find, when I don't do that, I get a little wayward when it comes to poor setups, and that's not good. That's not good because they'll catch up with you. That's sort of bad. There's bad habits. All right, 462. Hey, girl. Oh no, I'm doing it again. I gotta open up the other ones. It's pretty tedious, but the more charts you look at, the better. Okay, it's very important to understand that. I'm not really sure what I've done here. We've got a buy and a stop in place again. So it's interesting. What was this taking? I haven't even double clicked. I'm not sure what I've done here. This is interesting. I think it's just the same trade. It's the same trade. So, but I've screen captured maybe a pending order here. I think I was trying to go at it again. So I think I've done that. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to work out. I must have screen captured a pending order there, guys. So we're going to disregard that one. Because when you're in the 1 hourly, that's, it's sometimes it is going to be day trading. So, you've got to, this would be a method that I'm putting together for when I have a day off, because obviously I work full time. This week, wouldn't be appropriate, but, I I bought the USD yen, so on the 4 hour. So it's a little more manageable to check the candles every 4 hours than it is, every 1 hour, which can be, especially because I worked into the evening time. So 9:30 to 11:30, I was still at work, was, pretty busy. Although I find 1 a.m. For people in Perth or GMT +8 time zones, that 1 a.m. candle on the 4 hour is, you want to check that. You want to check that out. All right, so we'll go to sell here. Oh, this is a nice little 2001. This is my biggest winner right here. Let's dissect this a bit here, guys. Okay, I'm just back again now. So this is interesting, and it's interesting. Well, what was the lot? No, lot sizing was fine. So get the green. So that's that here. Yep. Okay. So 1 point it was even more. That would have been, like $700. So that's not bad for risking. Well, I'd be risking around 200. So you want actually more than that, really. 5 to 1 is really good, but those trades don't happen as much. So, and I guess I'd have to go lower time frame and reduce the stop and be ultra picky and things like that. It's just harder on the lower time frames over Forex, I've found. So definitely something I'm looking into, but it's just a big learning process, and there's, you're not rushing that. All right, so this broke down pretty nicely right here. It found a little bit of support recently and back there as well, and it just sort of cracked and went into the toilet. So, which is nice. Anyways. Wanna save you up, girl? That's right, I gotta save the modified version of the photo. Okay. Alright. I'll start getting in the swing of things here now. So that's another winning trade. It's good to keep track of things. You need to be doing things that other people aren't doing, because it's so easy to be a retail trader like myself. Anyone can do it, and the brokers like it being that easy for you. Though they'll take your money, they'll enjoy doing it, they'll give you the incentive bonuses and whatnot, where the stipulation is like you got to trade 10 lots on a 10 grand account in a month or something, which is unreal. If you're a very, very good trader, you could do that. Like, you could do that. But I'm saying for a beginner trader, trading 10 lots in the month is reckless. Very, very, unless you enjoy pain, unless you enjoy pain and losing money, then yeah, you'd be enjoying yourself. I've done it again. So 464 is, I'm not too sure. Did I zoom out? I think it looks like the same photo here, to be honest. So I'm going to close it down as well. Maybe I was just taking heaps of photos because I was just like, yeah, man, this is awesome. Because it's a good trade. That's a nice little trade where it sort of breaks down and okay, so we've taken that. All right, and we've gone again. So I played the trend continuation thing here. We're at 465 of 478. I am going to get all of this done tonight as well. So this, well, it's a winning trade. It's not like a really great trade, but it's something. It's a sweet little trade. Da, da, da. Yeah, so that's a nice, well, yeah, that's an okay entry candle. So it is making lower lows, and I got triggered here, and you're going to cop this sort of thing sometimes where it takes out the trailing exit. The trailing exit would have been just trying to work out the stop there, maybe 60 pips or so. So it's not too bad. We'll save this up. So I do employ trailing exit as well, but if it does cross over the 20-day moving average, I'll close that with discretion as well, just based on the price action too. Okay. Hey. I mean, I'll call that a winning trade, but it's not, like, it's not a great trade. What are we looking at here? Okay, so we've sold that, bounce. Okay, this is a proper loss here. So it's looking, immediately what I do notice, let me get my little drawing pins out. So I would have normally sold here, but that's an ugly candle. But I didn't. I sort of let it go again, and then we had the bounce, and it sort of caught me there. So I just might highlight here. I'm not going to write this in here, but I'm going to keep the video to refer back to. Okay. Okay. It's over pretty quickly though. That's one good thing. With the higher time frames, you can be in trades and end up being losers for, at times more than a month, 2 months. So, but I mean, there's no effort. I mean, the best thing about the higher time frames when you're in a winning trade, you can move the stop to break even. You go to the other trade. There's good and bad things when it comes to that sort of thing. If you're not patient, you're not going to enjoy it, obviously. Right, so it's a losing trade. I might have actually been a bit too conservative there with the entry and not taken the first opportunity, which is circled there. Hey girl. Got the screens up, so we've got about 10 to go. Don't know if I'm going to upload this full thing because I'm still on the mobile data as well. We've got a little bit of rain here in Perth too. How many That sort of looks like the same trade. No, it's not. 224. And that's 211. So it's another. Did I make another play at it, potentially? Did I? I must have. Yeah, I must have made another play at it. Yeah, it's something the world though. I could see further weakness. So, that was my thesis there. Like, I think I might have even ended an order there. And I tried again. So, there's nothing really wrong with that. You just got to sort of probably wait for more weakness. And I didn't really do that. I sort of got in. I was a bit too eager. Okay. Save this one. Okay, sort of similar time here. We're going again, and it's a break-even trade. Slightly profitable, slightly profitable. We'll get the green out of this just to boost my self-esteem a little bit. So breakdown, sideways. So that actually would have moved the stop. This is pretty good movement, but then it did have a bounce there. So nothing too bad about that trade. It's just it had a bit of a bounce, and those things happened, and I caught a little bit of profit, but nothing, spectacular. Nothing to write home about, is the saying. Be good if I could just go to the winning trades in that bar instead of having to deal with this, but that's okay. I'll cut that. Hey, how you doing? And this helps with statistical stuff as well. You can see how many winners, how many losers. You can look at the screens and actually see what you've done, which is handy. It's just screenshot after screenshot after screenshot I'm looking at right there. It has to be done, Alright, so failed little trade here. In a big week, it sort of hit me. I'm feeling pretty tight, but I will get this done. No, I'm gonna erase that. That is not. Alright, so this is the trade here, and so that's a full loss. I don't mind this, it's making low lows. Not bad price action, to be honest. But actually moved. Look at that, though. I mean, and then this might have been a big news event or something, and you just sort of copped that. So you have to be aware. And I think the winning rate's actually less. It's like 45% right now. So okay. That's a losing trade. So winner, loser, winner, loser, winner, loser. I think I have a losing streak soon as well. Which is always fun. Here. Lie down. Lie down. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so we've saved that up. We'll close that down. And we'll go on 2470. Getting that.